Chosen one, you're not merely entering a new season. You are entering the life you were always meant to have. The wait is ended. The drought is coming to an end. The doors you believed were permanently closed are going to swing wide open. The delays and suffering, the closed pages and quiet prayers all contributed to this magnificent moment. You're going to have everything. And all the world asks of you right now is something basic. Accept it. Allow it in. Let go of the battle. Let go of the tale you were taught. You have to suffer for it. You have already been through enough. What happens next is not a test. It is a prize, and it beyond your imagination's capacity. Before we go further into this divine unfolding, please stick with this message to the conclusion. This is not simply a video. This is a spiritual confirmation for you. Send your fondest wishes. In addition, the remarks include the numeral 777. Allow this deed to signal to the cosmos that your desire is alive and rising. Your words will be repeated often. They will transfer energy. They will provide insight into your future. This is a chapter about wishes coming true. And when you say them out, the universe hears, magnifies, and answers. So breathe your desire and let the miracle to begin its way to you. Now, choose one like this video. If you have not already done so, subscribe to the channel. Let we begin. You prepared silently while others rushed forward. You are being purified in the unseen. You have been shaped into someone who can manage the blessing, not just accept it. You have to keep an eye on the individuals around you. You receive exactly what you hoped for. You have congratulated others while waiting for your own breakthrough. But it was never punishment. That was your spiritual testing ground. And now the evidence of your preparations is going to be made public. What is heading your way is not tiny. This is not just a stream of gifts. This is overflow. This is the big moment. And let us be honest. You've had a dream about this. Perhaps surreptitiously. Perhaps loudly. Perhaps in the silence of your chamber, while no one was looking. You've imagined the type of existence that makes your soul feel as if it's finally alive. A life in which money flows, tranquility persists, love feels genuine, and opportunities align, like stars attracted to your name. That image was not a delusion. It was a celestial preview, a sacred vision. And now, that teaser has become your everlasting reality. The chosen one. You never asked for too much. The reality is anything you asked for was always yours. But you needed to become the person who would never settle again. You have to give up some things to realize your true strength. You had to realize that not everything that fell apart was intended to be repaired. Some things were designed to be let go, so that what is genuinely yours may pour in without opposition. And suddenly the flow begins. This is the wonderful part. You don't need to struggle anymore. You do not need to hustle to get heavenly favor. You do not need to manipulate or pursue. You and I are in agreement. You're in position. The instant your heart surrenders. I didn't give up, I gave in. You aligned with the frequency at which everything works for you. Everything starts from here. The love, the financial miracles, the new chapter, the promotion, the heavenly relationships, and the hitherto untapped chances. Everything is being delivered directly to your home, carried by grace and sealed with heaven's timing. And here is your confirmation. It's already finished. You're no longer attempting to obtain it. You are experiencing the reality of getting it. Can you feel the change, the lightness in your chest, the relief in your soul? This is the energy of alignment. That is the vibe of fulfillment. Accept it. Say yes in your soul. Let it be real now. Not someday. No. Allow it to land. Allow it to unfold. Let it flood. You are not merely fortunate. You are selected. You are not just blessed. You've been appointed. And what is about to happen in your life has always been the design of heaven. Use the special thanks button on YouTube together. Let us promote faith, hope, and love, bringing light not just into our own lives, but also to those who need it the most. Your donation provides a source of inspiration and healing for many individuals. The resources are already shifting in your favor. The individuals you need to meet are attracted to you. The locations you need to be are divinely planned. You don't need to pursue anything. You merely need to walk with assurance. Your yes is strong. Your alignment is sufficient. Your belief serves as the bridge. You're not merely starting a new chapter. You are entering a totally new book. The ancient narrative has no more pages to turn. That season is concluded. The folks who didn't perceive your worth were only characters in a brief scene. What is ahead of you is the whole film, and you play the lead. The plot has moved, and it is going in your favor from this point on. Begin anticipating miracles. Begin anticipating ease. Begin to anticipate supply that comes without pressure. Begin expecting answers to come without tension. You are not the version of yourself who formerly questioned their value. You are the one that realizes the gravity of your fate and is no longer terrified of receiving. You are no longer terrified of overflow. You are no longer shrinking to make others comfortable. You've gone through enough to understand what it's like to go without. Now is the moment to experience what it's like to wake up knowing you have more than enough. To stroll into rooms and feel appreciated. To get information that verifies what your soul already understands. That now is your moment. That this represents your breakthrough. This is your abundance. Not next year. Not when you reach a certain objective. Not when you have everything figured out. No. Here's the deeper reality. This benefit is not just for you. It will spread to everyone who is linked to you. Your family will be blessed by you. Your actions will force generations to change. Your obedience will break the cycle of lack and dread. You are not just receiving for yourself. You are a heavenly distributor, a conduit of plenty, and a beacon of answered prayers. And it's all occurring because you were brave enough to keep going. Do not overthink it. Do not sabotage it. Do not disqualify yourself. Please accept it. Accept that you are deserving of everything. Good. Accept that the delay has resulted in a victory. Accept that God hasn't forgotten you. He was reserving the finest for now. Accept that you are not the same person you once were. You've been promoted. Now is not the time to look back. Now is the moment to rise. Let your faith catch up with your future. Allow yourself to be grateful, priest, and enjoy your accomplishments. Allow your spirit to rest in the knowledge that you are covered, crowned, selected, the chosen one. What's planned for you behind the scenes is significantly more than what you've seen so far. And you are well aware of this. That peaceful sense you keep having. There is a hint that something major is on its way. That is not your imagination. It is heavenly insight. That is your inner understanding, in harmony with God's ultimate design. Every time you felt a change, you knew something was around but couldn't explain it. Your spirit was reading what had already been written in heaven about you. You are entering a season in which you will no longer have to guess. Clarity is emerging, like dawn breaking through a dark night. No more uncertainty, no more fog, and no more feeling trapped between where you are and where you know you should be. This time, you will walk on in peace. You will act without fear. You will be confident in your future moves since they are well planned. This is how your fate unfolds. Not slowly, maybe one day. But now you see that all of your previous resistance was not rejection. It was a redirection. You were not being refused. You were being redirected. The delay was not intended to ruin your trust. It was intended to deepen it. And it has. Because you now understand how to proceed when the solution is not yet available. And you know how to respond when the answer is yes. You have progressed spiritually and emotionally. And now the promise may enter your life without collapsing beneath your own unbelief. This is all you are going to acquire, including tranquility that does not change with the circumstances. It includes riches that is not based on stress. It contains pleasure that is anchored rather than theatrical. It includes individuals who adore you for who you are, not what you do. You are entering heavenly rest not because you gave up, but because you had the faith to submit. You gave up the timeline. You gave up the way. You gave up the old tale. As a result, everything you were attempting to force will now come smoothly. Watch how easy things begin to function. The email that alters your course. The message that unlocks the door. The talk that changes your reality. This is very natural alignment. This is what occurs when you align with your destiny's vibration. You become magnetized to what you own, and nothing can stop that energy. Not even what was previously closed. It's time to quit surviving and start flourishing. And certainly, it entails more money, peace, love, and purpose. However, it also means fewer worry, confusion, uncertainty, and agony. You don't have to bear things you weren't designed to shoulder. Let them go. You do not have to justify your happiness or apologize for your benefits. You paid for this breakthrough with your tenacity. You earned this moment via your faithfulness. You are not an instant success. You are a magnificent artwork that is blossoming in real time. Your worth is no longer veiled. Your name is being referenced in rooms you have yet to enter. Opportunities are developing. People are being prompted to assist you. Decisions are being made in your favor. These gifts will find you regardless of whether you are present. God's hand is at work while you believe. It's not up to you to make everything happen. It is up to you to accept and stay receptive. That is the new posture. That is the new power. So stop questioning. Stop shrinking. Stop believing that you will constantly have to strive to earn your spot. The fight teaches you, but it does not define you. The agony purified you. However, it is not your identity. You're not the storm. You survived. You are the one who remains calm in the aftermath. It resulted in your growth. You are the light that stayed when everything else became black. The chosen one. This is not just your time. This is your heavenly release. Your miraculous enhancement. You've reached the miraculous tipping moment in your life when everything changes dramatically for the better. You'll notice it when others treat you differently. How will you feel it? Your body starts to feel. You'll notice it when your prayers start to appear in real time. All of this is because you remain devoted even when you were empty. The completeness is now present. Allow it to saturate your life. Allow it to cover any areas that were previously dry and barren. Your funds are being restored. Your confidence is being restored. Your voice is becoming louder. Not plead, but announce. You are not a victim of life. Circumstance. You are the selected receptacle for life's gifts. Everything you touch now contains heavenly favor. Every step you take now leads to fresh discoveries. You're not entering rooms anymore. You are being summoned. You do not need to persuade others of your value. You do not have to fight for a space. You are the location. You are the one who adds value to the table. And now the tables have turned in your favor. You were always destined to own the bakery, so no more begging for crumbs. This is your empire season, not based on ego, elevation, or desperation. Built with heavenly timing. Not designed to impress. Built for impact. And the influence you're going to create. It is generational. It's the heritage level. It's the type of adjustment that will benefit your children and their children. The type that impacts the path of everyone who shares your name. You don't just win. You multiply. You do not only get. You overflow. You don't just arrive. You seize territory. You have been underestimated for far too long. But heaven never neglected you when others dismissed you. God counted every tear, prayer, and act of obedience. Nothing was squandered. Not 1 minute of anguish went unnoticed. And now the award is being abundantly distributed. Completely and inexorably. This is more than just a breakthrough. This is the fulfillment of a heavenly promise. A promise that suggested you would have everything if you trusted enough to obtain it. And now your soul is exposed. Your spirit is ready. Your heart is prepared. Everything's going to change. The chosen one. Allow this moment to anchor you. In truth, you're no longer becoming. You have become all that preparing, cleansing, and pruning. It was not meant to ruin you. It was to reveal you. You were always the one. You were always destined to ascend. However, the world was not prepared to accept you until now. The atmosphere needed to alter. The time has to be ideal. Everything has finally come together. It's not just your season. This is your time of celestial emergence. You don't have to explain to anybody how quickly this blessing comes. People will question how this happens so quickly. However, they will not witness the years. You sowed seeds in quiet. They will not witness the tears, defeats, or internal struggles you fought and won when nobody was applauding. They won't realize that the unexpected blessing was really a lengthy build, one step toward obedience at a time. One option is to keep believing. One capitulation follows another. But God saw everything, and now He's showing the rest of the world what He's always seen in you. Everything you've lost is being restored, not the same, but improved. Everything that went away is being replaced with something precious. You are not being returned to where you were. You are being propelled to where you are meant to go. That is the holy distinction. You aren't going back to anything. You are being called ahead into everything. And you won't have to second guess it this time. You don't need to question whether it's true this time. The blessing is enveloped in tranquility, clarity, and confirmation. Your relationships are going to change for the better. Watch how the appropriate individuals seem to arrive out of nowhere. They'll arrive with good words and a purposeful presence. You won't have to impress them, compete with them, or dim your brightness around them. These are your divine alignments. These are the folks who recognize the version of you the world is just starting to see. You no longer entertain relationships that exhaust you. This is the period of mutual blessings. If they do not promote peace, they do not belong. Your surroundings will also begin to reflect your height. You will be summoned to new places, physical, emotional, and economical. Don't resist the call. The transition may seem abrupt, but it is not random. New prospects will demand you to take a new approach. You may need to move, reinvent, or release. But believe me when I say that every step you're being urged to take is preparing you to manage more responsibility, visibility, wealth, and tranquility. Yes, peace comes with a bundle. You'll start to feel more like yourself than you ever have. And this is not an accident. It's because you've removed the masks and let go of what was never yours. Old survival patterns. You don't wear them anymore. The folks are lovely. It has expired. The dread of failing. It's gone. You are presently at your genuine frequency. As a result, everything that is designed for you is easily accessible. No more distortion or delay. And as the benefits begin to flood in, they will remember to remain anchored in thankfulness. Not only is it the ethical thing to do, but thankfulness is the catalyst that magnifies what you've received. Say thank you in the morning before you set foot on the floor. Thank you for the tranquility you experience even before the money reaches your account. Express gratitude for the knowledge you've learned. The doors that opened and closed kept you safe from what wasn't yours. You'll wake up eager again. The weight you carried is being lifted. Your spirit is full of new energy. There is hope in your eyes. That's what occurs when everything begins to align. You don't even have to feign happiness anymore. Joy becomes natural, laughing becomes easy, and relaxation is revered. You are no longer in survival mode. You are living in overflow mode. You've gone from wondering whether it'll ever happen to realizing it's now occurring. Financial breakthroughs. They are flowing, but not by haste, but rather through harmony. You will attract money with ideas, favor, and ease. You'll see how some projects prosper without the tension that used to come with making it. That is not luck. That is heavenly alignment. That is abundance. Responding to your healed identity. You are no longer pursuing money. Money flows to you because your vibe is magnetic. Your spirit is open to receiving without guilt.